Hello friends, it's time to get this season started properly. Of course, if you have been enjoying the series up to this point, do feel free to drop a like on it, that would be fantastic. Each like equals another loan signing we'll get at some point this season. We can have a squad of like 400, right? What a fixture to be thrown into the brand new season with. Away at EFK Kumla, of course, our local rivals in the league. We did lose to them last year, albeit with a silly penalty given away in that game. Hopefully this year, though, our squad is that tiny little bit better and we can go and grab the result. I was just looking around this league to try to find out who had gone up and who had gone down, and it is nutty. So from what I've been able to work out, only one team has actually been promoted into this league, and that is Dalstorp. The other team that are new is Severdalen, but they were playing in a different division at the same level as us last year. But it is what it is. This year, our hope is apparently top half, which I'm still completely enamored by, the fact that the board even think we could do that, and apparently we're the favourites this year, which does just blow my tiny mind. And I think it is going to be a year of tactical tweaking, trying to get the best out of this system, because I didn't just want to do 10 games with it and throw it in the bin. It's not my style. I like to run it into the ground and then decide that perhaps it's time for a change. Now, as for the lineup, I've just noticed that both Gabriel Pettersson and Emil Eliasson are suspended for the first league game of the season. Did they get too many yellow cards in the playoff game? Since neither of them were sent off in the playoff match, did the yellow cards just carry on over into the next season? Because that's kind of annoying. We'll do a selection advice to kind of go from there and see what we've actually kind of got on our hands here. Albin Anderson will not play in that role by any means. He's our sort of backup left-sided player, and boy do we need him right now. He's definitely going to be moved to the first team squad though. Did not realise he'd been put in the wrong team. Then it's a question of Lutonda or Hilmarsson and which position we put them in. It's such a tough one to say, but I'm actually going to prefer them this way round, I feel like. I think Lutonda's much better as an advanced forward in behind there. And then you can see we've got Arlander behind, Gustafsson, Brenshaw. These are the new boys that I hope are really going to make a difference in that centre of midfield. The defence is actually similarly unchanged in many ways, but it's definitely stronger off the bench. And I think that's where our real strengths lie this season. And having to play Melker Antonsson on his wrong foot here isn't ideal, particularly when they're playing the same system as us. They've stolen our homework and copied it. Miss, they've not even changed the words. We've had a strong preseason, had some decent results against some very good sides, albeit, you know, preseason. But over the last couple of months, once I shed all the trial players, we were getting those results with the players that we had at hand. We took a draw with Orebro. I would love to get off to the perfect start this season and grab ourselves a win here. But I'm just wanting to see how this team performs. Watch us in this first game, see if there's any holes we need to plug. And obviously we are missing two absolutely key players. I mean, Eliasson and Pettersson were the stars of that final game of last season. It has been a game of extremely low quality thus far. 35 minutes, and it's just basically been a game of chess where neither team they both refused to make a move, as though Lutonda is through. Can he score early? It's a good save from the goalkeeper. Okay, I think I've fixed that. It was doing that weird thing where it designates one of your players taker when they're not the one taking it, and then it doesn't let you move them around unless you physically go and remove them from the, I don't know, weirdness. Oh, Gustafsson straight through the back of his man, but he's won the ball. Lutonda with a chance for the breakaway, maybe. Is there a ball on through the middle for Hilmarsson? He's going to continue the run with it, which is actually really smart. Gustafsson, around the side, is Lutonda on the end of it, and that is absolutely brilliant. From Sokras Lutonda, first goal for the club for Uxor, and we lead, and that was some absolutely lightning-fast counter-attacking play, and I'm excited by this. Lutonda starts to move off himself. He holds onto the ball brilliantly, but it's the fact that he looks back inside for Gustafsson. He holds onto the ball, pops it around the side for Lutonda, and look at this for a finish. He's given the keeper the eyes. He's basically taken that like a penalty. Come on! Oh, instant highlight straight off the kickoff, but we do lead away at EFK Kumla, and we actually look okay so far. Some nice counter-attacking play there. It's good to know that we've got that in the locker. We look pretty... Oh, God. Hang on. Bregi. Good save from Alex Berger. Well, it's been a pretty poor game, but we've definitely had the better of it so far. Gustafsson, wonderful. The way that he held that ball up and just popped it around the side for Lutonda, the brilliance of that 1-2 is so good. And I'd say we've definitely had the better of the game so far with that chance and have looked pretty stable at the back. I've got to give the back three credit. They look like they're actually in control of something for once, which is a nice change. We're just blocking up the areas quite nicely here. Not really allowing a lot of space in the middle of the park. Now there's a bit of space, but that should be a relatively easy one for Alex Berger, the safest pair of hands in the south, and then he does that. Alex, you've been so good for us over this period. We have this totally under control as well. Like, there's really no danger here. He wins the ball in this position, we force him into the shot from distance, and it's a relatively straightforward one. Just bounces before him, maybe. That's just bad goalkeeping from Alex Berger, and that could cost us. Don't let them get this ball into that area, please. Clipped into the danger zone. It's a good tackle. What? In a matter of seconds, we have thrown away an incredibly comfortable position and now trail to EFK Kumla. Bad goalkeeping, stupid decision, but honestly, it looked like he won the ball, to be honest. That is very, very disappointing. honestly. I don't think we've deserved to be behind in this game right now, but we've made our own bed here and we've got a lie in it. Hilmerson. Oh, nice bit of dynamism from Hilmerson. Orland. Oh, he's gone for goal. But that's an idea for the future because I don't... Oh, no way. If we score from this, Hilmerson with a chance. Oh, if we equalise. Oh, he's gone too wide. What are you doing? What are you doing? Heg now. Young Dean, here we go. The build-up's great. Hilmerson strike over the bar. It's where we missed Pettersson, I think. He has more aerial presence. Gustafsson slips it through. Lutonda pulls it back. Young Dean. Oh, my God. How? Wow, I can't believe we're going to lose this game. Because I actually don't think we've played all that badly in this game. Whoa, goalkeepers all over the shop. Goalkeeping mistake for their first goal. We then concede a stupid penalty that I honestly don't think even was a penalty to give them the second goal and then fail to do anything beyond that other than miss that late chance. Don't want to make any too harsher judgments after one game. I think Vuznarakis needs to move back to the middle of the defence though. He played so good there last year, and I don't think having him on the right was the right idea today. Scoops one out for Antonsson. At least we got that situation under control as well with Eliasson back in the team. Lutonda driving into the box now. Can he square it across for someone? He does, and Gabriel Pettersson has just scored. I think, did he just chop that between his legs? Uxalt 1, Stenningsson 0. We have to see the replay of this. Antonsson down the left-hand side, but Lutonda's run here is brilliant. Watch Pettersson's finish. I think he does, doesn't he? Oh! The filth on the man. What a brilliant start to the game. Eliasson's ball in, through, and it's a penalty to us now. Lutonda from the spot on 12 minutes. Can we go 2 up? We do. 2-0 up on 12 minutes as Lutonda's now got 2 in 2. And I think this strike force in this pattern could be the answer to our prayers going forward. We've got a couple of runners making their way through. It's gone to the byline, pulls it back for Gustafsson, scoops it in. And it's a great header off the crossbar from Elias Young Dean. Apparently it has crossed the line and it's 3-0 to Uxalt. Well, yeah, I think we can fairly safely say that we deserve the win on the night. Look at that, 2.61 XG created. That's far more like it from us. I know penalty, but still. And it nicely moves us up to 6th place. I think we're a little bit harshly to even be as low as that right now. I think we could have taken something from the Kumla game, but it's a good start for us. We now leapfrogged them anyway. And more importantly, we got ourselves the National C license. I don't think they'll let us have any more, but you never know. Yeah, no, they said no. This is such a good position for us to be in. Scoops it through. Lutonda, can he pull it back for Young Dean? No, it's not Young Dean. It's Oscar Arlander into the bottom corner. Lidköping 0, Uxalt 1. We've done this a few times now. And now Melker Antonsson's hurt himself. Well, that is a very impressive victory from the guys. I think we actually came back a bit more. It was kind of against the run of play, our actual goal. But as the game wore on, we actually did get better and better, as that moves us up to 4th in the league right now. Only 1 point off the top, looking pretty solid. This is definitely a better team than it was last year. We would not have won these games before. Okay. He's going to miss a game. That much we do know. But at the very least, it's not going to be too serious. Only 2 weeks. That's an interesting pass. All the way back for Albin Anderson. But now there's a bit of space for Brenshaw in the midfield. It's been a very compact game. We've really struggled to find any opportunities. Lutonda! He's not offside. It's 1-0 Uxalt. Lutonda with the finish. That is something else. It's got a bit more even lately. But still, I think we'd be fortunate if we were to win this match. But we would massively take it. The defense has certainly improved, though. This would be 3 straight clean sheets if we got it. Eliasson now to the byline, potentially. Can he just find a bit of space for the cross? No. He's going to try and be a bit more sensible about this one. Goes for Heg. He's lost the ball, though. It's come back to Pettersson. Edge of the box for Young Dean. He's done it. Elias Young Dean with not his first goal of the season. It's definitely his second goal of the season. That's been really mucking up lately. Now we are really cooking on gas. Again, I feel like a game that we really probably didn't deserve to win. It was just those quality chances we created late on that got that one over the line for us. I think a draw would have been much fairer on the night. And honestly, I think Severdalensen were definitely unfortunate not to win, or not to at least score. But now we are top of the league. And all of a sudden, and I think we played well against Kumla too. Just a little mistakes let us down. Could have won that game as well. They're right up there with us. This is a very good sign that we're starting to put together some great stuff. Young Dean is a great substitute, or could start games for us as well. I'm liking this as a lot. I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I think we actually deserve to be top of the league right now. I think some of the games we've been a bit fortunate and have got the results where we maybe... But then it swings and roundabouts in it right now. Happy with Lutonda, though. Like, four games, and he's got 3 goals and 2 assists on the board already. Fantastic from him. 3 straight clean sheets from Alex Berger, making up for that mistake in the first game. Alstorp. Now, these guys, I think, were promoted last season, but they seem to be a pretty good side. They're 4th in the league at the moment. Now, my assistant wants to make rafts of changes right now, as you can see. He constantly wants to move Vuznarakis back to the wide position, and I just don't want him there at all. He does so well in the middle. But Melker Antonsson looks like he's fit enough to come back in. Incredibly, he's back. But you can see that Vuznarakis really is the rock that holds that centre-back pair, that centre-back trio together. And I think he's what makes them work. But I'm concerned as to why they still get such bad ratings, even in games. Like, how are you getting a 6.5 in a game when we keep a clean sheet? Either that's some match engine thing, or they're doing something wrong and misplacing loads of passes somewhere in there. And why is he getting such good ratings? And as well as Arlander has done, I actually want to start off Young Dean for today's game, because I feel like he's been so good this season off the bench, and I think he deserves a start. But if we could clock up another win today, that would really be a big statement. My hope is that they play just as bad as Landsvetter did against us. Chance for a free kick. Eliasson, and it's headed over by Brenshoy, incredibly. Got to watch for that late run from midfield, though. That's the danger. Sadiku's through, and it's over the bar that time, and he was onside. They're getting back narrow again. He's probably going to go for the long ranger. You'd feel like he would do. Safe for Berger. The game's kind of just waiting for a spark at the moment. Just someone to do something a little bit special to break the sort of, break the code a little bit. Lutonda. Now we've got a bit of possession higher up the pitch. Oh, he nearly got it around the side. Anderson. We do like playing it out from the back, but with that back three, it really does work because we've got that extra man in the back line that we can always rely on for these sort of balls to just bring it away slowly. Youngdeen. Pettersson. It's a great ball for Eliasson. Now we need Lutonda just to try and time his run correctly. There's so many bodies in there, but Eliasson, you know he'll get the cross in. He always does. It's a good ball. Lutonda's header! And it's in! Socrates Lutonda. What a header. He's 5'9" and he's just pulled off an absolutely brilliant header. I mean, I say that as if he had to actually compete against anybody. It's not even about the jump on this header. Firstly, the cross from Eliasson is absolutely brilliant again. But look at this. He's got so much work to do here to actually loop that over the goalkeeper from there into the far post. It's Dalstorp 0, Uxalt 1, and Lutonda's done it again. He is a truly ridiculous young player, and I'm so glad he's on our team, is all I can really say to that one. Hopefully they'll shoot from range. It's a good save from Berger. Don't think silly. Force him to shoot from range, and it's in! Well, I mean, we did force him to shoot from range, but he's pulled out an absolute worldie there into the bottom corner, and it's Daltorp 1, Uxalt 1. They've played some nice football around our box, but we've, generally speaking, done quite a good job at keeping them shooting from distance, but they just give Zika a little bit of space to bend that, and it's just a great goal. Well, half-time, that was actually our only shot on target here, so a 1-1 draw, as you can see, is very, very fair, but we need to try to maybe do what we did in the last game, maybe try and work that through the middle a bit more. But, you know, given that these guys look like a decent prospect of a team, I'd take a 1-1 draw here, just to keep us motoring along in the league at this point. We're never going to be expecting ourselves to win every game or anything like that, particularly with the squad we've got that I still don't think is as good as they reckon it is. So I'd take a draw if we could get it. Samuelsson, a good ball in. It's a difficult one, and it should be easy for Berger. The momentum in this game, though, for the most part, does seem to be in their favour. They've managed to sort of camp in this area, and we've had our full team behind the ball, which has worked quite nicely for us so far, but I feel like at some point they're going to get a bit of a breakthrough, and the last thing we need is that happening soon as it's drilled over the bar, but more of that is fine. Anderson, this is a weird setup. They're pushed so high up, and Anderson's breaking in behind. I wonder if we could get, like, some pass into space going with the amount of space they're leaving behind their back line. Gustafsson. Pettersson over the crossbar. And that's what I've brought on some players to try to do and switch the instructions around a tiny little bit. Just to find the space as Lutonda's in. It's a great save from the goalkeeper, but nothing like that. He just created it himself. Larson, don't foul him. It's a dangerous situation. Agrist. Oh, watch out for the long shot. Great save from the Oh, come on. Really? Bloody hell. I'll tell you what, the two, like, live com games today have had some weird-ass goals in them. Does that hit the crossbar or something? That could not have fallen more fortuitously to him there. It's a great strike, or does the keeper save this? No, it hits the crossbar and it just falls straight to the defender. Sorry, not to the defender, to the striker. It does, in fact, look like we are going to lose this game, unfortunately. It just felt like the momentum was swinging the wrong way, and then when you concede a goal like that, I don't really know what you can do there, really. It's just fallen straight to the striker off the crossbar. Would have been nice if the defender had challenged it too, honestly, but you don't always get what you want, really, there. A long-range strike, and then one of those have cost us the game in this one. Sad. Really? I don't think we were that bad, but they were definitely the better side on the night, I'd say. Still, frustrated to concede the goals in the way that we did. That's weird. The goals we're conceding this season are very strange. Like, we've had long ranges, a penalty, and that. That's it so far this year, which is, I guess, a good thing, but disappointed that we couldn't get anything going ourselves. But it's not the end of the world. We're still right up there in the title race. The only two teams that we've lost to so far this season are the two teams directly above us in the league, so I guess there's something to that. So we're certainly not looking too bad. It's incredible, actually, that a point a game would only just keep you out the relegation places currently. Callie's emotions were in total chaos. Just as he thought he'd been overly paranoid, the phone call had changed everything. He set about trying to work out where the call had been placed from. Using the area code, he was able to narrow it down to Gothenburg, a city on the west coast. It was a total shot in the dark, but he believed it had to have come from a payphone. He had to make the trip, but didn't want people asking questions. The Sävedalens away game would prove the perfect excuse. So an okay start to the season, bookended by 2 defeats. Sure, both by 2-1, ironically, but we've at least managed to score a goal in every game so far. But if you have enjoyed this, drop a like. That would mean the world to me. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. That would be lovely too. I stream on Twitch Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, so go follow there as well. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for more wonderfulness with the Nordic Nomads. I'll see you guys soon. Thank you so much for watching. Hold your gun. Capybara. Bye-bye.